Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Tuesday, 12th of August. In this update, a belief recognising a Palestinian state's merely symbolic, but it would send a message New Zealand backs its formation. The government's confirmed it will make a decision over the next month, following allies such as Australia moving to lodge recognition with the UN. It comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pushes to seize Gaza. International relations expert Stephen Hoadley says recognition would put us in the mainstream.
By recognizing in advance the Palestinian state, they are hoping that such a thing will come into existence, that Israel will accept it.
Our Prime Minister says Ukraine needs to be part of the peace process. US President Donald Trump will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska to discuss ending the war later this week. There's been no confirmation of a White House invitation for Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Christopher Luxon says Ukraine is a sovereign nation who has been attacked in an unjustified war.
You cannot agree what's going to happen in Ukraine without Ukraine being involved in it. That's a pretty simple thing.
The Resources Minister is looking at gas rationing for struggling industrial users. A survey by energy management company Optima and Business NZ reveals almost half of industrial and commercial gas users have reduced operations, increased prices or cut staff. Shane Jones is seeking advice on whether the government has or should have the power to ration gas supplies to ensure some businesses can keep operating. Major Gas Users Group spokesperson Len Howard says Jones faces a dilemma.
If he does nothing, you risk deindustrialisation. If you then decide instead to intervene and get accused of being heavy-handed.
Belief that our Trans-Tasman friends are keeping tourism strong in Queenstown. Skyline operators who run the luge and gondolas have seen international luge rides increase by 32.6% from 7.46 million in the last year to close to 10 million. Gondola rides have also risen more than 21%. Queenstown Mayor Glyn Lewis says they're crossing the ditch in numbers. Surprise optimism in the construction sector amid a lengthy downturn. A survey by Kennards Hire reveals more than 90% of construction industry leaders feel confident about the next 5 years. However, 94% say they've been impacted by issues like international shipping costs and trade regulations over the past year. New Zealand's deadliest natural disaster could provide answers on how to manage future pandemics. Otago University academics, alongside international researchers from the UK and Germany, are being funded to complete the first digital analysis of the 1918 influenza pandemic. It killed about 9,000 people in 6 weeks. In sport, interviews to determine the next Silver Ferns netball captain will take place next Friday, with applications due this Thursday. Former Warrior Motu Tony believes the return of hooker Wade Egan is critical in turning the NRL top 4 aspirations around. And All Blacks halfback Noah Hotham is hopeful of recovering from a high ankle sprain suffered against France to play at the back end of the Rugby Championship. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.